Testing, testing. Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, November 21st, 2017, 5:39 p.m., and we will now begin the Compton City Council meeting. If you may all please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Let us begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Councilperson Zarita,
Here.
Galvan, McCoy,
Here.
Sharif,
Here.
Mayor Brown.
Here. We will now proceed forward with public comments on agenda and non-agenda items. The first speaker is Bishop Guillory.
Madam Mayor and City Council, last week when I was here, I told you that there were things taking place in the 4th District. Crime is running rapid in the city of Compton. We have the helicopters flying around the city like they did in the 80s. And it's interesting to me that as great of a city manager as we have, and council people, and we have people, the Sheriff's Department trying to take care of business, I know that we have a fiduciary responsibility as a community to come up and do our part as well. But when we're using resources to chase prostitutes like we're vampires, and in that same block, we have old women getting robbed, I have an issue with that. Now, I've talked to my council person in my district, Ms. Sharif, and she says, I will talk to Rambo, I'll talk to the sheriff, I'll talk to the city attorney. Everybody's talking. But we've been up here for 2 years trying to get some resolution. And when we start having our seniors to be targeted, and then for me to be told by Captain Thatcher that this has to do with the Proposition 65 or Proposition 55, where criminals are being let out of prison. Well, damn it, the ones that's doing the crimes wasn't even in prison before. So how does that have anything to do with it? Now, I know that our Sheriff's Department take pictures with everybody. They show up at pumpkins, they show up over here, they show up over there. I want them to show up on the streets and do their damn jobs, because something is going wrong when we're having all these crimes and everybody's smiling and skinning and grinning, but the people are being victimized. Now, I don't care how many events that they're able to go to. I want to know how many crimes are being resolved. And if we can't get something done, then when the contract comes up, we need to look at how many crimes have taken place and how many have been resolved. Any other city, when you have a 911 call, it was given to the newspaper on if it was resolved, if it was done. We're having people that call, and when they come out for a burglary on their car, they says, well, did you see anything? Well, no. Well, here's my card. Come down to the Sheriff's Department, make a report if somebody sees something. Well, where I'm coming from, where the Justice Department investigate, they said, if you call the police to make a report, make a report. But we can't say crime is coming down because you're not making reports. We got to say crime is coming down because you're actually making an arrest and you're dealing with it. This is not the Sheriff's Department that first came in. And I need for something to happen before it gets out of control, and then nobody can do nothing. Then we're going to have people dead in the streets. We're going to have people dead in the streets, and we're going to say, oh, it's because we let people out of prison. No, it's not because you let people out of prison. It's because we're not doing what we're supposed to do, and there's no damn accountability.
Mr. Robert Ray.
Good evening, Robert Ray Compton, and as you can see tonight, I'm wearing red. I am speaking on behalf of the American Red Cross. Starting this Thursday begins our most critical part of the season for home fires. Of all of the cities in the Los Angeles region where the Red Cross responds, Compton has the most home fires. We're averaging 2 per week. During this past summer, we had 3 per week. And starting this Thursday, people are going to be in the kitchen cooking, and they're going to get careless. People are going to try to deep fry a turkey and not know how to do it, and they're going to have problems. So starting Thursday, people, let's be careful cooking. Then, a lot of people, myself included, starting next weekend, you're going to start decorating for Christmas. You're going to use extension cords. You're going to buy cheap wiring that's on sale someplace to decorate with. This is another source of fires that we have to respond to. Be careful. Buy something that says UL approved. Know that it's safe. Don't put 25 strings of lights into one plug, because you're going to run into problems. And this is a little off topic, but something that comes up every time we respond to a home fire. One of the first questions we ask is, do you have insurance? Folks, for those of you who are renting, think about how much it's going to cost you to replace everything in your home as opposed to the cost of renter's insurance. It is worth it, because so many people don't have anything. They lose their home, no insurance. Red Cross does come. We give them money. We put them in a hotel. We give them food. But it is a local disaster for these families. Now, commercial. In 2017 alone, the Red Cross has sheltered and fed more people than in the last 5 years combined. At one point, the shelter in Houston had 10,000 people in it. All these people were fed. It cost money to feed these people. It costs money to get the volunteers across the country to work these shelters. So, I'm asking point blank tonight, the Red Cross still needs money. Blood. You always hear the Red Cross is asking you to roll up the sleeve, donate a pint of blood. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I deliver blood to hospitals. A couple of weeks ago, I was making a delivery to a hospital, and instead of putting it in the fridge, they put it on a tray and ran out the door. Patient was waiting in the operating room for me to arrive with that blood. So your blood donations are needed. In the night of the shooting in Las Vegas, the Red Cross sent over 500 units of blood to those 3 trauma hospitals in Las Vegas. And we need volunteers. If you want to help, if you have a computer, go to redcross.org. If you do not have a computer, go to 1-800-RED-CROSS. Anything you can do to help is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. David Irons.
David Irons, resident of Compton. I guess the president, Donald Trump, put some money, he must have been looking at council meeting, because I was talking about opiates. And now he's putting money into research on opiates. It's a bad disease that's happening with us. Another thing was, now the youngsters are drinking cough syrup. And I went to the thing. I enjoyed myself, really. I had told somebody I was going to give my turkey to my dog, and I was just lying. They got all the way around in the park. Yeah, but you know, this is a bad season right now, and I'm talking basically to women. You shouldn't be walking around with purses, because somebody's going to snatch their purse. And some people spend a lot, some women spend a lot of money on purses. Or their boyfriends did, but I wouldn't pay a lot of money for a purse. But be careful, and when you get to your car, don't be fumbling in your purse looking for your keys. You got to act like you know what you're doing. I mean, I'm just being, I care. That's why I'm telling you. So you have to be, like they staging accidents right now. When Zarita says somebody beat on the mother's window, hey, go a different route. That's what you got to do. Because crows, I'm talking about birds. If something happened to a crow and they fly, they'll go, that's a no-fly zone for the other crows because they remember. So, you know, think like an animal. I mean, I'm not saying think like an animal, but like somebody asked me what I'm going to do when the big earthquake comes. I said, I'm following my dog. Animals got more sense than humans do in certain areas. So I'm not going to, and I'm going to Food for Less to get my food. And I don't know why they shoot people, because they are insured. So just be careful. Be conscious of where you are. I mean, I'm just telling you because I care. And There's so many people that here say they don't care. I cut them loose. Because I don't like being around people that don't care about other people. I'm done.
Thank you. Mr. Xavier, I can't read the last name.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
In the 4th District, Ms. Emma Sharif, we still have a problem on our street. I gave your assistant my information about, at least last year, right out here in this hallway. I still haven't heard anything from you about people hanging out on our streets at our dead end and down there every day just like it's the thing to do. And we have been addressing this for at least 3 years now, and we would like to hear from you.
Thank you. Sir, is your last name Chavis? Thank you very much. Councilwoman Sharif?
To give the city manager, since the city attorney is not here, to give the city manager an opportunity to kind of address some of what they're talking about, because that information was shared with him, and I know that he's working on this, and I've spoken with him, so I would like for him to, at some point, share that information with them, so they'll know exactly what is going on here as far as those issues that they're talking about is concerned. They're taking place.
Thank you. Are you prepared now, or do you want to wait under your city manager's reports? If you're prepared.
Very briefly, Council Aide, Mayor, and Council, I've talked to the Sheriff's Department about the issues over on Tishner as well as over in the shopping center. The shopping center at Long Beach and Alondra over there. So we'll be talking, the Sheriff's Department and myself will be talking to the loss prevention staff over there just to get a better idea of what's going on. I've done some scouting of the area off Tishner. I know it's a dead-end street over by the school, and I'll be working with Chief Wu over in the school police department also to help alleviate some of the issues that may spill over into the school from that particular area. So we're taking a look at it. I've looked at some of the statistics in the area, and we're also doing some research into some specific locations on that particular street. So as we gather that information, we're working closely with the city attorney's office on possibly gaining some compliance amongst the residents over there. And if they don't comply, then we can escalate that up to some administrative and possibly some legal activity action with the district attorney's office.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. City Attorney. City Manager, thank you.
Mr. Holyfield?
Good evening
Good evening.
to the mayor, city council, staff, ladies and gentlemen. I have the regular concerns, and a few of them are number one, on Compton Boulevard in 1100 block, where we're preparing for the Christmas parade with the paving of the street situation. The sidewalks, there'll be more people, it seems like to me, to be on the sidewalk than on the street during the parade situation. And there's big holes and so forth, gaps. I was there getting this hair cut today at a barbershop in that area. Big holes and so forth. And then you have a number here to call Public Works and etc. That was done. So I am very disappointed in the way we're beautifying the city, particularly Long Beach Boulevard. And I'm very concerned with that because I've been on that boulevard for a long time as a citizen and a business person. I'm the president of the Compton Business Chamber of Commerce, and to me, I take it very serious. I like results. An example, Compton Boulevard, we need to hire, I would say, at least 4 more code enforcement persons. It is cost effective. All they need to do is write some tickets. Start on Compton Boulevard. That's all, in 4 districts. And we sit up there and we look around at each other, but there's 4 districts represented on Compton Boulevard alone. You don't have to ask anybody anything. You don't have to say anything. Just drive from Central to Long Beach Boulevard. And on the Ramby in Compton Boulevard, across from that car wash, that grass has been like that for years. And it needs, if you can't find the owners and talk all that stuff, do it and put it on his tax bill. Clean it up. And that's the 3rd district. So these are the things I'm very concerned with, because you can go into City Hall and see each of you or some of you in around town posters. This money comes from the people. Why can't we have a group shot and save the people a little money? And another thing, after losing the election as it relates to raises, you still have the money, give it to the workers. You give them $3 or $4 an hour and all that kind of stuff. It'll add up. But you should get started with it, not later on. Because if it had a pass, you would have had that raise the next week. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yeah, you would have had that raise the next week. So I know you can smile, some of you, and all that stuff. But the people are serious now. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be the people speaking in the future if the elected people are not listening. I'm serious, because something has to happen that you can see. Thank you so much for allowing me to take a few time.
Thank you, Mr. Reupoad. Mr. Tony Hicks.
Good evening, everyone. Mayor, council, staff, and the community. Good evening. It's a beautiful, what is it? 2 days before Thanksgiving. It's a great time of the year. I'm representing the Compton 125 Historical Society tonight, and just wanted to say that yesterday we had the pleasure of honoring some former Comptonites. Most of the Comptonites that we honored yesterday are most of them in their 80s now. It's a group of classmates who came out of Compton, Dominguez, and other schools around Compton back in the 40s and 50s and even the 60s. And we've been, the Historical Society has been communicating with them over the last few months. They have a luncheon that they do. They come together, and about 90 of them get together and have a real nice time. And they bring a lot of their mementos. And they've been giving many of those to us over the last couple of months because, as I say, they're in their 80s. Many of their children don't want their mementos, don't want to be bothered with them, so they found out about us, Historical Society, and they wanted to donate many of those artifacts to us. And we graciously accepted them, and we're working on getting those cataloged into our archives over at the university. So it was a great day. We met, we worked with some people who came out of Compton who were Olympians. Well, their dad was. His dad was Ken Carpenter, who was the disc champion back in 1936. He's on the same team as Jesse Owens. He is his son, who looks pretty much like him, just as big. He's there. And the first woman race car driver came out of Compton. She was there to represent it. So it was a great day, and I just want to also thank Emma Sharif, Council District 4, for coming out and giving 7 of those members certificates. And they were very gracious. They were glad to see her and listen to her and talk to her, and she learned from them. And also Mayor Asia Brown was there also, and she came out and presented an award to the Historical Society. And we want to thank both of you for coming out yesterday and being there for us to show that Compton care about them. They were asking us about city officials. We said, well, you know, we meet with city officials from time to time, and we would ask them if they would come and honor you, and you did. And they really talked to us after you left and said they really appreciated that. And again, I want to say thank you, happy holidays, and enjoy your families.
Thank you very much, sir. Ms. Lynn Boone.
Lynn Boone, City of Compton. I want to speak on 2 items, item 4 and 5. They're positions, environmental service managers, one for the water, well, both of them for the water, and one for special projects and one for water, manager for the water. They're both exempt positions, and the range is $169. Citizens, the monthly range is from $6,800 to $8,000 monthly, and $81,096 annually. You know, neither one of them were budgeted in the annual budget. And since we received this city manager who didn't qualify as a city manager, all we have been hit with are management positions. The city of Compton needs code enforcement. We need cameras. We need infrastructure work here. We need the basics. And all we continue to hire here is management. We have nothing here that's actually doing some type of work. Something is wrong here. And none of these things are put in the budget. And I have another question for this council. I've been told that we have another intern here in the city of Compton. The last one that was here was for this, one of Miss Brown's nonprofit. And we had to pay this person. And it came out of the general fund. I'm asking this council here, not come to the council meetings, and I haven't heard about this new interim being discussed up here on the dais. Is this another one that we're going to have to pay for? And why is this person within the city? Where is this money coming from? Ms. Brown's nonprofit. There's so many other things that need to be done here in this city. And there's not anybody sitting up here that's qualified to train you. Unless somebody has time. Go. And it's you ask this council members, and since you represent us, I'm asking you to seriously to think about rescinding your vote as far as placing it on the ballot for that marijuana.
Resolution of the City Council, City of Compton, amending the Water Department's 2017-18 fiscal year budget, authorizing the city manager to enter into a construction contract with and establish a purchase order for JB Glass Inc. for replacing 35 windows at the Water Yard main building located at 322 South Alameda Street in the amount of $13,200.
So moved. Second. Discussion. whole slate. Emma Pleasant was elected for the first time. She was appointed, but she just got elected. And Marjorie Garrett, congratulations to all three of you ladies for doing an outstanding job with the kids, with the schools, with everything you do over there with your turnaround. So it was just a huge success. And last but not least, I'd like to wish everybody a very, very happy Thanksgiving and be thankful. You know, be thankful for whatever you have. And if you take a look around and you talk to some people, and you'll see how really thankful and grateful and blessed you should really be. And like I always say, if you're cooking some food and you know somebody's hungry, share your food, take somebody a hot meal. And I want to thank you, Mr. Arns, for all your support, sincerely. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman McCoy?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, Mr. City Manager, could you just give a brief overview of all the work that's going to take place along the parade route, you know, including, you know, the sidewalk repairs and all of that, so that the public will know?
So we started also, in addition to the street pavement replacement, we also started trimming the trees along the parade route, as well as there are some empty tree wells that will be have trees planted in those wells along the route. So reaching out to the businesses to make sure that they know that we're going to have the Christmas parade along the route, and we certainly appreciate any assistance that they will have in beautifying their businesses, or painting or decorating to make that route festive. We've also put in an order for decorations along the poles, you know, those flags that line the street lights along, some are along Alondra, some are on Compton. So we're looking at all the major thoroughfares, putting up decorations.
Thank you. I would like to invite everyone out on Saturday, November 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. In conjunction with More Than an Athlete is hosting a community luncheon. Come out, it'll be at Burrell McDonald Park, 2516 West Alondra Boulevard. Free Thanksgiving meal, music, guest speakers, giveaways. We're just coming together as a community. So all those that are available, come out and join us on Saturday from 11 to 2 so that we can give thanks as a community. And also the Commission for Women is hosting, in conjunction with the Red Cross, a blood drive on December the 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Dollar High Community Center, 301 North Cameron. Please, if you can, donate blood to save a life. And finally, thank Senator Bradford. He hosted a turkey giveaway on yesterday. Thank you, Councilwoman Zarita, for your turkey giveaway. A lot of my District 3 constituents told me that they came by and they received a turkey, so thank you. And I would thank Senator Bradford. He also hosted one on yesterday. And that's it, other than happy Thanksgiving, and please remember to be thankful.
Thank you, Councilwoman McCoy. Councilwoman Sharif? Thank you, Mayor Brown. Today I hosted co-hosted Compton's 13th annual turkey giveaway at the Major League Baseball Youth Academy located on the campus of Compton College. We had a great turnout and the weather was perfect. I want to thank retired Senator Isidore Hall, Mayor Brown, Assemblymember Mike Gibson, Compton College CEO Dr. Keith Curry, the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Los Angeles Angels Foundations, MLB Youth Academy, and the Omega Phi Sci-Fi. Also, Assemblymember Mike Gibson, the Contractor State License Board, and I will be hosting a free Senior Scam Stopper seminar on Thursday, November the 30th at 11 a.m. at the Dollar High Community Center at 301 North Cameron Avenue here in Compton. come and join us and learn how to protect yourself. Seniors, their families, and caregivers are welcome to attend this free seminar. Light refreshments will be served. Please RSVP to my assistant, Deidre Duhart, at 310-605-5662. And I also want to thank Senator Bradford for his turkey giveaway. I was able to go by and to just be there to support him, and it turned out really nice, and hopefully other people from the city of Compton, I think, was able to go over and get turkeys as well. And I also want to thank the Councilwoman Jane Zarita for her turkey giveaway. And I'm pretty sure, hopefully, with all these turkey giveaways, there was enough turkeys to actually make a great impact here on a lot of our residents that actually needed the service, so thank you. And I would like to close in memory of Kimberly Craving Bragg. She passed last Saturday. Ms. Bragg was a commissioner of the Federal Grants Advisory Board. And also, I would like to propose that when we have our state lobbies, and now we may have a federal lobbies, is that we look at taking a look at some of the things that we would like for them to focus on there in Sacramento and everything. We have the repeal of the gas taxes coming up, and that's very important because right now those funds coming in has been very beneficial to all the cities, and that's a fight that we really have to stay focused on and make sure that we actually support the efforts that everyone is doing there, especially there with the League of Cities in regards to this, to make sure that we can be successful as far as overcoming this repeal that's coming before us. So that's something I really hope that we can take a look at. And also we need to seek funds for the removal of the Rosecrans Bridge. So that's something that we need to take a look at, maybe asking for our assistance as far as that is concerned. I think the city manager and myself, who was in a meeting with Caltrans, I know that hopefully some of the funds may be able to use. We're looking at that, but we also can look at different ways of coming up with different other funding, so another funding source as well. So those are just some of the things that I think that we could take a look at, because we also have our the card room moratorium to protect this $2 billion that we have coming in here from the casino. So we have to also stay on top of that as well. So those are just some things, but I was hoping that we could actually sit down and start taking a look at different things that we can do as far as making sure that our lobbies is there helping and assisting us throughout all these things. Absolutely. And on that note, I would like to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and I'll see you on the 28th.
Mayor, can I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am. And just since it is the holiday season and Thanksgiving is Thursday, I did go to Councilman Galvan's turkey giveaway on Saturday, and since he's not here to brag on himself, he gave away about 1,000 turkeys. So everybody in the town should have a turkey nice and ready to cook tomorrow night. It's not going to be frozen. It's going to be ready to go. Thank you. Thank you. This past Saturday, we celebrated the community open house of the new Yatunde Price Resource Center, which is the center founded by the Williams sisters and their family. And the new center is located on Compton Boulevard in the heart of the city and will assist individuals adversely affected by community violence to identify, access, and utilize support services in an effort to promote healing and health. Thank you to Venus and Serena Williams and their entire family for investing in Compton and providing the resources and the place for Compton families to heal. And also a very special thank you to Judge Filer and his family for providing the space for this amazing place of community, love, and healing. The new center provides case management and connects with existing organizations to provide wraparound services for families affected by violence, and they are located just directly across the street. Also tomorrow we are celebrating our 4th annual Compton Community Thanksgiving Dinner. It is going to start at 12 p.m. at our Dollar High Community Center. And our volunteers are showing up at 10 o'clock a.m. So if you are one of our volunteers, please head over early. And it's a really special way to provide a warm meal to people that are in need. Some people don't have a home or a kitchen to cook Thanksgiving dinner or even to cook their turkey, so this is a great way for families to come and get a warm meal before the holiday. Big special thank you to all of our sponsors for making that happen. And our Christmas parade, just to save the date, December 9th, 11 a.m., and you can go to comptonparade.com if you would like to register or get additional information about the parade. And I'm excited to be hosting our 5th annual toy giveaway on December 16th actually at the Monument area, and we're getting started at 12 p.m. directly after the Breakfast with Santa hosted by Councilwoman McCoy. And really happy to be teaming up with Councilwoman Sharif this year, so we're working together on this and looking to exceed our goal, well, actually our goal that we had last year. So the goal is to make sure all our kids have toys in Compton, so looking forward to that. Also, just want to request a presentation on some of the basic municipal codes that govern our quality of life, and our goal is to put together a good citizens guidebook. And Madam City Attorney, I've spoken with our city attorney about that, but want to make sure that we can work together on that for the benefit of our residents and to help keep our city clean. I'll save those for next week. And so we will close in memory of Miss Kimberly Bragg. And before that, I just want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. We all have so much to be thankful for. And remember, family is the most important. If you have an opportunity to spend as much time as you can, enjoy this Thanksgiving holiday. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. God bless you all. Yes.
I have a card here.
Oh, please.
From one of our residents, and they sent us, we are so grateful. It says, Emma and council members, we can't thank you enough for the warm gifts of your kindness, thoughtfulness, and generosity. This is from Mr. Smith. Last week, they had his wife funeral, and we were able to assist them in a lot of different ways, and they just wanted to know how much they appreciate us doing that. So I just want to share with you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And a big thank you to everyone. God bless you all. Maybe have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call?
Councilperson Zarita.
Yes.
McCoy. Yes. Sharif.
Yes.
Mayor Brown.